Hey everyone, Bombit here and welcome. So, in today's video we're going to be doing something a little bit different, and this is going to be a theory on K-pop demon hunters, and I gotta say, I absolutely love this film. This theory is a little overdue from when the film came out, but I just really want to share my ideas and my theory I have for what the potential sequel could be. Now, just as a brief overview to help everybody remember, Jinu sacrificed his soul and gave it to Rumi. He didn't die as such, it's more his physical body died, but Jinu's soul is still perfectly alive within Rumi's sword, and the same kind of could be applied to all of the Saja boys. We never see them die except Abby, but again, it more just seems like his physical body dies, but he's probably alive still in the demon realm that we saw at the start. So in the world of K-pop demon hunters, it seems like souls are kind of like a currency in a sense. Like it's like power, but not like power as in like being a king or a queen. It's more like power as in energy, because Guima needs souls, I guess, to power himself. And maybe the bodies and things like Jinu's body is powered by a soul, if you understand what I mean. Like the energy of a soul is powering his physical form, and it really does seem like an energy, because again, when Jinu gives Rumi his soul, it powers up her sword and makes it super massive and awesome. So it seems like the souls are like a power source. And like we saw at the end of the film, everything's happy, it's a nice ending, except what happens to Jinu. So in the sequel, or the third film, this could be like a 3-film arc, this idea I'm going to present here. But I could imagine this being the end of a second film, or maybe even the finale of the entire, trilogy of these K-pop Demon Hunters films. But I don't really think it would be like that, because, I feel like the directors and things would want it to have a happy ending. It doesn't seem like they're telling a kind of story that would have a bad ending. It seems like it's going to have a reasonably happy ending, in my opinion at least. But for the this could be the second film again, or the third film, it really doesn't matter. It seems like Guima uses people's souls as energy, as a power source. So it would make sense to me that he's giving, for example, Jinu, his powers in his human form by using that soul energy. Guima is spending this power source, the souls, to give Jinu and the rest of the Saja boys this physical human presence and things. He makes them fly and things in the end. So it really seems like he's giving them, power. He could take that away if he wanted to, but he's giving them power. And he also seems like the kind of person who would make deals. He seems like if you offered him a deal, he would give you it. He does that to a lot of people. He gave Jinu that really nice lifestyle because Jinu gave him his soul. So it seems like he's open to offers and those kind of dodgy brown paper bag cash handouts. He seems like he would do. It seems like he would do these deals as long as some way he's benefiting himself. So where I'm going with all this, Guima has the power, literally, the physical power to create Jinu's body again. And obviously he's not going to do that because Jinu has betrayed him, but it seems like if he wanted to, because, Guima's probably not dead. Guima could potentially be dead, but I highly doubt that because he is the main bad. It's in the name, K-pop Demon Hunters, Without Guima, there is no demons to hunt. So he's definitely still alive. I think more when they killed him, it just sent him back into the demon realm. So I think in the second film or the third film, Rumi is going to have the opportunity to bring Jinu back. Guima has the power, all in his power, to bring Jinu back whenever he wants, all the rest of the Saja boys. So I think he is going to offer Rumi, maybe the mid-start of the film, he's going to somehow speak to Rumi and he's going to give her this idea in her head that Jinu can come back. And I really think this is going to play on Rumi's feelings and mind, like we see in the first film, with her love and stuff towards Jinu. It gets bigger the more she thinks about it. So I think somewhere in the mid half of this film, the start kind of area, Guima is going to give her this idea. He's going to plant the seed in her head that Jinu can actually come back, you know. He can come back to life. But all she has to do is give Guima her soul in return. So it's like an eye for an eye. If she gives her soul to Guima, he will give Jinu's body back, if that makes sense. I think he'll make some trade like that, because then he's going to get revenge for what Rumi did to him. But then, you know, he is also keeping his half of the deal. Jinu would come back with physical form, but they won't be able to enjoy it together, you know, because he's like that. He likes doing half a deal and, you know, leaving it open-ended like that. He twists the deal. And I think that works. He kind of gets, then he'll be able to like torment Rumi the same way he did Jinu. Jinu's going to be back alive, but he's going to be in pain again because once again, he's going to have lost his family. Just like with his sister and mum, he's going to lose Rumi, but Jinu would still be alive. So I think that's going to be the big twist, you know, and then Jinu's probably going to, you know, have to team up with the rest of Huntrix. And I just think that would be like a really awesome ending, and I feel like it makes sense. A lot of the pieces are already in place for all of this theory to happen. And I just really wanted to share this with you. So yeah, as a brief summary, Guima is going to get inside of Rumi's mind and plant the seed that Jinu can come back alive. As long as she gives Guima her soul, she will happily bring him back. But she's going to be stuck in the demon world, you know, just in sadness and like in constant torment because she can't spend it with Jinu. So that is my brief theory on what could happen. If you guys like this or don't like it, please let me know in the comments below. And if there's any other evidence or your own theories, I'd love to hear them. But that's it. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye!